Well, guys, it's the first day of trapping season, and set a couple traps here, a couple dog proofs here on a little chicken farm that I do some work for, and ended up connected on one. I figured with all these chickens being around here, we could make that happen. So I'll flip it around. It was just a possum, but it was first catch of the year, so figured I'd show it to you guys. And I didn't get too many traps out yesterday because it was all wet and stuff, and it was raining all day long, so I didn't feel like putting any canine sets in, and just got these two in. Had some stuff to do, so I got these two traps in, and we connected on a possum. I'll flip around and show it to you, and then I'll take care of him. Yep, so there he is, guys. Caught him in a dog proof right here, running down to this little culvert that runs up, and the chickens are over that way. So figured you could see a pretty defined trail from something going right down through here, so might as well throw a dog proof in there and see what it was. Ended up being a possum, so we'll take care of him and get out of here. Hey guys, so we're out here setting up a small water line on this little creek here, and a lot of things, or something that's interested me here lately is setting traps on logs. I've seen countless times, I've seen coyotes hop up on logs just going through the woods, and then obviously these logs are just an easy way to cross the creek. But a couple years back, I made my first ever catch like that, blind set catch like that, and water line catch like that. I know it's on my YouTube. I believe it's a short. It's like my first water line catch or something like that. But ended up coming back to that same exact log, and it still lays here. It's actually a tree that fell over, but it's still alive. Still got green leaves on it and everything. But it's been here for who knows how long. But I caught my first water line raccoon on it 3 years ago. Came back to it again this year, and there's scat all over it. Now I don't know if this is technically like a toilet, but you could, either way, they're definitely using it a lot. So I'm gonna throw a Duke 1.5 in here for a little blind set, and I'll show you guys the finished set. But I just want to show you guys this. It's pretty textbook when you have this much sign and this narrow down path. They can only do so much to avoid your traps. So we're gonna throw a 1.5 in here and see what happens. Well, guys, there it lays. You see all that scat right there. But yeah, it's just what I did last time, and you know, some things you do and you take and you learn from it. So repetition is key. You can see how muddy this log is from their feet getting wet, and it's muddy down in this creek and going up and crossing this log. So we'll see what that does. I got it staked off right here with a cable around that sapling right there that I just cut down, so it'll work, so he can drag himself, you know, wherever, but he's not going to get tangled up. And I didn't want to stake it on this log and have him hanging off the log by his hands, so we'll see what it does. Well, guys, we're down here on the river line again, and we're just throwing in a couple more sets. It hasn't been producing like I wanted it to, so we just threw in a dog proof right here. Oh, there it is. There's a dog proof. We just threw it in, staked it down with an earth anchor. You can see that trail right there, which I think is primarily deer, but I suspect raccoons to use it. We had a blind set on that log that I showed you guys. Jiminy Christmas, you didn't hear that. I had a blind set on that log that I showed you guys that didn't connect. It connected a couple years ago, and there was scat on the log, but I didn't connect on it. So I pulled that trap, moved it upstream a little bit, and put in a pocket set that I didn't show you guys, but eventually I will if we catch something on it. But I figured I'd throw in a couple dog proofs back here and try to catch at least something. You can see deer are heavily using that trail, but if you look at the rest of the bank, this is pretty obvious, so hopefully it'll draw a little bit of attention. So we'll give that a shot. Well, guys, we're out here. We just put in 3 sets. Put in this little flat set here. There you can see it. Not like a discrete flat set. I didn't take any grass clippings or anything and throw over it. I just kind of did that. Grabbed two logs from over the hill there, and I'm pretty sure a vulture just pooped at a year. Anyways, yeah, like I said, this flat set here, 2 logs from over the hill, little hole there, threw some bait down the hole, and the trap's right there. We got a number 2 there, and then over here on these other sets we got 2 number 2 dogless traps. I am doing some trapping for my grandpa. He's got problems with critters getting his ducks, so we're setting a couple traps here around the pond. We're probably about 50 yards from the pond right now, but this in here I did a little trench set. I'll flip around and show you guys. So there's that trench set. Like I said, we got a number 2 dogless down in there. You might not be able to see it that good, but traps on the back end of that set, and you can see the hole there. I got some bait down the hole. Take a little grass clump and use for some backing there. One thing I like about trench sets is it really narrows down where they can step. So if they commit, they're down in there to it. So they're definitely gonna be stepping on that trap. And then the third and final set, I just did 3 little sets because I won't be able to drive up here and check them every day. So I just did it where he could check them from the porch. I'll flip around and show you guys where we're trapping at in just a second. But up here on this ridge, there's a little road that goes around, and there's a little, hold on, I'll show you guys. There was a little clump of grass that kind of stuck out to me. There's nothing much I could use for backing up here, but we utilized that small clump of grass and made it work. Wherever I set, all right over here. So there's the final set there. Traps right there, holes right there. I took some of that Johnson grass from right there and clumped it up and made a little nest on top of that hole. Threw some bait down the hole and a little bit of visual appeal there. But like I said, he's having problems with varmints getting his ducks. So we come over here, we threw 1 trap there, then out this little ridge here. We got 1 out there by those 2 lone trees in the field. That was the flat set, and then the trench set is over there underneath that pond right there. So the 3 sets. So far this year, it's been kind of dry. I've only caught 1 coon, and when I did, my phone was dead, of course. So we're gonna hit it here heavy, going on Thanksgiving break, and want to try to set a couple more traps out and extend the line a little bit. I just pulled the traps from back home, and we're gonna prep them and start setting them too. So it looks pretty. The future looks pretty bright. Hopefully things turn around that aren't as slow as they've been. But anyways, we connect or anything, I'll get back with you guys. Well, we're here on the stream again and checking the water line, and that spot that I had originally showed you guys there with that real dugout steep embankment that, like I said, primarily was deer, but I figured maybe coons would use it. We got not quite the target species, but still connected. It's always good to take a predator out. It helps out the turkeys, helps out the population of the small game and such. So just helping out the ecosystem. A lot of people say that possums do eat ticks, and that's true, they do, and they also dig up yellow jackets' nests, but I sure do like hunting turkeys, so I'm gonna keep trapping these things and taking care of them, try to help out my turkeys. So to each their own, but we'll be taking care of him and getting out of here. Well guys, unfortunately it is a little dark, but I have a little light for the trap line. So connected on the 2nd coon of the year. I'll flip around and show you guys. It's dark, so have to use the flash on the camera, but it's starting to look up. Things are starting to turn around. I'm starting to get more traps out, and it's starting to heat up. I've actually got the turkey boiler going at the house, and getting ready to start down and waxing the canine traps. I'm a little behind schedule this year, I know, but I've been itching. So yep, connected and dog proof. I'll flip around and show it to you guys. There we go. Dang, that's a pretty nice size one, actually. Nice looking Ricky there. Nice looking coon. He's a little talkative. Listen at him. Listen at him. Anyways, we'll quit pestering him and take care of him. And it's a nice coon there. We'll take care of him and go skin him out. Heck yeah. Well, guys, there's the first catch of the water line. That was a little high bank set with the dog proof. Heck yeah. Nice dark collared coon. Right up the creek here. He's got a really pretty collar to him. I'm gonna walk up the creek here and check this pocket set, and I'll show it to you guys, and we'll come back dispatch him. But so far that's the only one. We just got one more trap to check, so we're gonna go check it real quick. Well, guys, here's that pocket set I made. I had it toggled off to this here little sapling that I cut down, but little cable restraining device there connected to the chain on my trap. I got a Duke 1.5, and I took a can of tuna there and popped a couple holes in the top up to let the scent come out and put it right up there in that hole. It's nice and shiny, so it gets visual attraction. And I also took some coonfish lure there. I believe that's what it's called by Dunlap's Lures, coonfish lure there. Put it on a little stick and stuck it above the hole. Hasn't yet connected, but I was really hoping I could connect on a mink here. I've never caught a mink, so that's mostly the reason I'm down here at this water line. I haven't done much waterline trapping at all, but I would really like to catch a mink. So I don't think I've even caught a coon on a pocket set though, so we're still looking for that too. But we'll just put a little water on this, freshen it up, and then go back and dispatch that coon. Well, guys, here's one of the unfortunate sides or things about trapping. You can see there behind my finger. One thing coons will do sometimes when they're caught in traps is they will try to chew themselves out of them. So that's the unfortunate part about it. That's nothing that my trap did. You know, my trap just held him there until I'm here to dispatch him. But I'm gonna go ahead and take care of him and get him out of his misery. But like I said, that wasn't a trap or anything. That was just his own doing there. So just wanted to clarify that. But that's one of the unfortunate sides of trapping. Like I said, that was inflicted. He inflicted that upon himself. So we'll go ahead and dispatch him and get him out of here. Well, guys, we went ahead and dispatched that coon, but since I just showed you guys that, the real side of trapping, I didn't really hide it from you. I want to take a second and talk about how much we appreciate these animals. So the reason I do this, the reason I started, growing up, I just had an interest in wildlife and being able to catch these critters and outsmart them basically, and then have them in your own hands, see them up close. It just means something to me. And as well as that, it helps out the turkey population, the small game population. These are the #1 predators on turkeys, especially in their nests in the springtime when they've got their nests and stuff, and at night turkeys are basically defenseless because they can't hardly see. And one of these comes up on a nest and they can completely just take care of it. If you ever watched North American Trapper, Alan Probst, he calls them nest raiders, and that's what they are. Coons, possums, skunks, you know, coyotes and foxes are known for it, but these guys are primarily the culprits most of the time. Not to say that they don't, but coyotes and foxes don't, but they definitely do. But these guys are the main culprits, and I target the coyotes and foxes as well, but I just want to take a minute and tell you guys how much we appreciate them. All these coons I skin out and stretch and eventually either tan them or sell them. I have plans to sell the ones that I have stretched from last year and the year before that. So everything I do, it has a reason behind it. I'm not out here just taking out animals just because I find joy from that, because that's not really what it's about, especially not for me. And if that is what it's about for you, then I don't think you're doing something right. But as always, I'm just out here trying to help out the turkey population, and while I'm doing it, I'm enjoying it. Like I said, that was an unfortunate scenario with that coon, but it's something that happens and it's real. So, of course, I showed it to you guys. I couldn't show you too much because I know YouTube doesn't like that. But, yeah, we'll continue with our day, and I'll let you know if we catch anything else. I just want to take a moment and speak to you guys on that side of things. So, thank you. Well, guys, I apologize. It's a little dark. I'll try to make this quick, but I put in 2 sets last night in the dark. I didn't show you guys, obviously, because it was dark and I was in a hurry, but up here we got persimmon trees. You should be able to see, it should be highlighted a little bit. Obviously, you can see a small one right there, but this tree is, I mean, just loaded down with persimmons, and these coons love them. So what we did is we threw in a blind set, 1.5 over there by that gate. I'll show you that pinch point in a second. And we also just came in and threw a little dog proof right here, and we connected. I'll flip it around with the light and show you guys. There we go, baby. The 3rd coon of the year right there. Like I was saying that it would really, I was hoping it would really pick up, and it surely did. Had a little, it warmed up a little bit throughout the night, but we got her done. 3rd coon of the year. Let's keep on trucking. I'd like to catch at least 25 this year. I know it's kind of a big goal from what I've done before, but why not? I got my license now, so obviously I have the opportunity to trap new places. So we're gonna go ahead and dispatch him, take care of him. Real quick before I do that, I'll walk over here and show you guys this 1.5 set. last year opening day, I actually connected on this set. I just took a Duke 1.5, set it right there in that little pinch point there, use a stick here. It's quite a, I don't know, it's pretty cool looking anyways. Stuck that 1.5 right there. You can see where that ground's kind of messed with. That's where it sets. Got it staked down over here because I ran into roots over there, but yeah, that's where it is. Hopefully we can connect there. Like I said, loaded down with persimmons. There you can really see them there. There's a tree here, then right over here there's a tree. You can see them highlighted really well right there. There's coon scat as well as persimmons everywhere on the ground, so they're just kind of rummaging around finding them. We're going to reset this trap and hopefully we can connect again tomorrow. One more quick look at that coon before I dispatch him. There he is. He's a little talkative. We'll take care of him and get out of here. Well guys, here we are at that dog proof again. Unfortunately connected on a skunk here. You can see, went ahead and dispatched him, took care of him with the air utensil. You gotta be careful because YouTube don't like what you say. But anyways, that blind set's still right here. I don't know if I showed it to you guys in the light yet, but right there's that blind set. It was tripped off yesterday, so I kind of just did a little reset. But with coons, you don't have to worry about blending it in too much. If you do, it's better, but no sense in doing that, especially if you got them dyed like that. It blends in fairly well. I need to pick up that trash real quick. But yeah, we went ahead and took care of that skunk. As you can see there, he's not the prettiest skunk ever. He don't have the stripes or anything like they usually do, but he made quite the mess here. It'd be a good spot to make a coyote set, but probably just going to stick with the dog proof here. The reason I say that it'd be a good spot for a coyote set is because the smell of the skunk really attracts the coyotes. But anyways, well, we'll go ahead and head back to the house. The house is actually just right down there, so these are just right up the hill. So we'll get back to you guys to catch something else. Well boys, we're here at the barn and had some muskrat traps set on this pond. Actually muskrat and mink, because there was a rumored of a mink, but we actually connected on a little coon here, and he's actually in a #1 long spring. I didn't think that it would hold one, but it sure as heck did, so we're gonna go ahead and take care of him. He's nice and muddy for us, so we'll take care of him and get out of here.